Hello, today is May 25th, 2024. As always, we'll do our disclaimer, we'll go over our calls and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Tuesday, which is May 28th, 2024. Please remember I can be wrong. Please trade at your own risk. Also, I wasn't able to follow the market intraday either Thursday or Friday. A lot of personal business, and bear in mind I'm not playing with all my cards here. Also, I've been making videos after every day's trade just about for 13 years, and I couldn't do one on Thursday night because I had major connectivity issues and I had no data at all. Now those issues have been resolved, so we're going to go over what we have today. But my experience in the past is when I've been away from the market a few days, it takes me a few days to get back in the swing of things. Well, on Wednesday, we said all we needed was to get follow through to the drop to confirm a top here. Instead, we gapped up smartly according to the rules. The calls killed before the open. That was enough to satisfy the upside target of 53.21.13, but it made it hard for me to count this move up as being complete. Now I do have a count that doesn't break any rules, but it looks completely forced to me, and forced counts in my experience just aren't right, so I'm not going to show it. I just don't believe it. After gapping up like this, we did get the confirmation and drop. And that's what we needed. And it's certainly plausible to interpret this as a rejection of the break to a new high, a 61.8% retrace, and if this holds, and that's an if this holds, we can start to drop right from here. It might not be quite as simple as that, because I don't know how we're going to open Monday, and if we open Monday over all this business here on top, over these highs, especially over this high, the whole idea could blow up in my face. During the day, all MEJT had to say was this move up wasn't for keeps, and it's already retraced, so it's not going to tell us what's going to happen on Tuesday. This was a long-term count with this resistance along with the DeMark resistance. The longer you stay at resistance without breaking down, the greater the chance you're going to break through on the upside. Doesn't mean you won't go down first, doesn't mean you'll break through when the market reopens Tuesday, but if you get a bunch of bearish signals such as we had and they don't pay off, it should be just a matter of time until you break through on the upside. Don't pay attention to that noise in the background. Those are my grandchildren, and they don't know much about stocks. These are the patterns I'm looking to see next week. Signals are mixed here. Let's go over them. Tuesday's pattern has the early high regardless of where we open. Typically, it's a bearish day with a low in the final hour, but if it's strong instead, it should see more strength. Friday saw a gap up, a higher high with a close under intraday highs, and if that's maintained at Tuesday's open, that's a bearish pattern. It should lead to lower prices regardless of where we close. Also, Friday's normally bullish pattern did not close near the high. Once again, it's bearish if it's maintained at Tuesday's open. Don't forget, Tuesday's open can substitute for Friday's close, and if we gap up smartly at the open, all this negativity goes away. Gapping and promptly overtaking Friday's high could vitiate the negative implications of Friday's trade. That's not impossible at all, because the Nasdaq McClellan oscillator has reversed through its Bollinger Band, and that gives a buy signal. So we have to use the mixed signals rules. I mean, we're all set up to drop here if this holds, but if this doesn't hold, if we gap over this, particularly we take this out, the whole idea falls apart. So it's not the kind of thing where I would risk money without more confirmation. Ideally it will drop, but I can explain and move up here. So it's mixed signals. It's the pattern with the early high. It's normally a negative pattern. We're all set for a drop for a while, but it just hasn't dropped. And the longer we go without dropping, the less enthusiastic about the drop I am, especially since I think the market's going much higher before year's end. It's the pattern with the early high, and that's today's call.